Hello everybody, so we are going to talk about karma today. Karma, everybody knows that the universe will bring about karma for people that have done dirty or done things wrong or things like that. Like payback, karma's a bitch, we've heard that. Also, people are a little afraid, some people are afraid of karma. And the only reason you need to be afraid of it is if you know you're doing things wrong, right? So, there is good karma too. I think there's like a misconception about like karma is going to get you. It's not that at all. It's all about the universal learning system kind of. So, karma can continue and expand through, they're all lifetime, like many lifetimes. And it's if you have not learned the lesson, you haven't resolved the lesson, or you mishandled the lesson. So that's why a lot of times you'll keep getting those repeating patterns or repeating cycles of the same kind of type of relationship. They're usually based around relationships. So like if you keep getting somebody that cheats on you or ghosts you and you're like, you haven't learned the lesson yet. It's like, okay, you're seeing those red flags, but you keep attracting that in. Usually they have stuff to do with like your self-worth, things like that. But they are repeating through lifetimes until we learn that lesson. So let's go ahead and take a look at 4 signs that you might be receiving karma or karmic lesson here. Okay. So the first one is, you repeatedly are in situations that bring up the same thing. So again, it's like those cycles. So if you are repeating the same cycle over and over and over and over, you see that like people keep going back to the same relationship. If you don't give yourself time to heal as well, like these people that jump from relationship to relationship, they have no time for healing. So no wonder they fail, right? You're taking the same baggage with you because you didn't learn the lesson, right? So then the second one is red flags and repeated patterns. Again, if you keep having the same red flags with the relationships that you're in and repeating those same patterns of attracting that bad boy or whatever situation you're in, the people that continue to have the men that are commitment phobes or players or things like that, if you keep attracting that same thing in, it's because you're not paying attention to the red flags and you're repeating those patterns of behavior. Okay? So, third is you're being forced to face your fears. So that is like fear of commitment, fear of abandonment, things like that. You have to face that and get to the root of the problem. Why do you keep having that? Were you abandoned when you were a child? Did your parents divorce and it made you afraid of commitment? Whatever it is, you have to get to that root of that problem, or you're just going to keep repeating that pattern of behavior. All right? Then 4, it says you feel hypocritical. What that is you are dishing out to other people. Like, I don't understand why you're staying with that person. He's a player. But then you're doing it and you know that you're doing the same thing. That's hypocritical, and that is going to keep bringing the lesson to you. You cannot judge people and be a hypocrite and then think that the universe is not going to bring some kind of karmic lesson to you, right? And it's not punishment at all. It's a lesson so you can spiritually grow. You can expand, right? Your soul can advance, right? It can get back to how you were born here with that clean slate, that high vibrational soul energy, because when we are brought here down to earth, we develop an ego. So we kind of lose all memory of that soul, right? So that's the lessons. That's how you know you are in some kind of karmic lesson, if you keep getting those things. So how can you integrate these lessons? Okay. So number 1, you can align with your values. So again, this is kind of like that judgment again, and not being hypocritical. If you have a judgment of high integrity, treating people fairly, no cheating, loyalty, whatever it is, and you are judging people by that, but yet you're doing it, you have to align with your integrity. You can't like be those people, I'm sure you've all seen it, that go to church and they're in the confession booth saying, oh, forgive me because I did this, but then on Saturday night they're doing it again. That is not aligned with your integrity, right? So then we have take accountability. Yes, take accountability for yourself, for your actions. Don't try to sweep it under the rug or try to deny it. I mean, it's not true just because and a lot of people, like when you say like, hey, I didn't do that, they know you did too. They saw you. So, it's not, who cares about what everybody else thinks about you doing wrong? I'm sure they've done it too. Everybody does things like that they that they need to evolve in. But it is basically, bottom line, it's you saying that to your soul. Your soul knows the truth. So you have to stand in that and be accountable for what you've done and learn the lessons. It's okay. Everybody makes mistakes. It's if you learn from the mistakes. If you keep denying it, you're never going to learn. Then we have living life for yourself, okay? So we don't live through other people. We don't expect people to make us happy. We don't sacrifice our life for other people. Yes, we can be of service to people. We can be there and support people, but we cannot be like this martyr and then play the victim because they didn't pay us attention, or you know what I'm saying? We have to live our life for ourselves. And that doesn't mean you just diss everybody and be selfish. No, that's what I'm not saying at all. It's, being responsible for your happiness, living your life for your happiness, not throwing all your energy into other people and then expecting them to return the favor, or making people feel guilty because they don't make you happy. You have to make your own self happy. You have to make the choices and do the work on that, not expect everybody else to give you a free ride or put the guilt on them. Then we have practice self-compassion. Very important one. This is a big lesson of self-worth, right? A lot of people that, not getting the respect they deserve, where people are disrespecting them, cheating on them, ghosting them, stepping over their boundaries, things like that. This is all about that self-compassion. You have to have self-love and know your importance and demand respect from people. Okay? That doesn't mean you're better than anybody else, but it's having that self-compassion for yourself. Okay? Not being critical of yourself too, because what you are thinking in your head is going to manifest. So you don't want to keep bringing those negative energies back to you. So having that self-compassion. Then we have strengthening your intuition. Trust your intuition. A lot of people get intuition and ego confused, but it's that little nagging little niggle inside of you. It's that gut. You just know, right? So that's your intuition. Trust that, as well as strengthen and trust your independence. Okay? Again, you cannot rely on everybody else. You have to be responsible for yourself. You also have to have your own life. And even in relationships, you can't just be so codependent on other people, or put all your, like I said, eggs in their basket, and expect them to make you happy. You can't. You have to have a separate life as well. Friends, family, just because you're in a relationship, you do have to have that independent life as well. And then that doesn't mean going out cheating or whatever. I mean, your family, your friends, your loved ones, have your hobbies. You don't have to always be connected, at the hip with people. And then we have trust the journey. Yes, trust the journey, even the challenges, even the lessons, even the, hardships. The universe is giving you all these lessons. One, to clear up this karma from past lives or whatever, or this life, as well as strengthen you, heal you, so you can live out your mission here on Earth, what you're here for on this planet, and be of service to others, whatever it is. Especially if you are a healer or a starseed or an India or anything like that, where you are trying to raise the vibration of the planet as well as heal other people, you have to gain that strength and wisdom. You have to go through those challenges yourself, because it makes you stronger. It makes you more humble. It makes you understanding. So, just of course, if we are going through something and somebody doesn't know what we're going through and they're like, yes, I understand what you're talking about. We're like, no, you don't. It doesn't have any value because they don't know what we're talking about, right? So, if we've went through similar things, we can be more empathetic, more understanding, right? And they will more accept what we're telling them of, our support and things. So that is all about karma. So I hope you got some information about that can be useful. Again, it's good to learn those lessons from that karma that comes in. That's the whole purpose of it, so we can expand and grow, and so we won't keep repeating the same things, right? How often have we went through something once or twice and we're like, oh, I don't want to go through this again? It's because you got to learn that lesson, right? You have to learn that lesson and know your worth and move forward and expand. Okay, so that is your message. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye.